Where we at? Where we at? All right, man. There's a lot going on. Landlord knocked on the door. Mama called. All right, man. We back on Gator Nation. Emory Jones, man. Go ahead. You think he's going to play game one? I disagree, but go ahead and talk about that.
I think he's going to play Lance because I know that Dan Mullen wants to get playmakers on the field, and he's probably our best playmaker.
What kind of plays are you going to run for Emory Jones? Hold on a second. Hold on. What kind of plays are you talking about running for Emory Jones, Pops?
So Emory Jones is going to run the offense. So the reason why I say he's going to play game one is because we're going to be playing Charleston Southern, and my score prediction is freaking 84-6. Okay, we're going to get in the 80s in this game. Okay, if I know one thing about Dan Mullen, he is not a conservative coach. He's going to run his offense to the last whistle blows.
Okay, so if Emory Jones is ready to run the offense and he ain't just coming in to run specialty plays, then why would you not start him? Because here's the deal. All three of your guys are inexperienced. If you're going to go that young, why wouldn't you just throw the reins to Emory Jones? Because your first 3 games, you're setting the fans up for false hope. Kyle Trask will look good in those 3 games. Franks will look good in those 3 games, mainly because of the competition and you're at home. So why would you give the fans false hope on them quarterbacks and not just start Emory Jones right away? Because here's the deal. When you put in Emory Jones to run the offense, you're talking about he's open for live hits when you run the read option. I don't think his body's ready for those hits. He might be ready game 5 or 6, but I don't think he's ready to take those hits right now, and that's why you won't see him starting. And I don't expect him to play because, like I said, you can use Copeland, Clement, or Kadarius Toney to run the same plays that you're going to risk the future with. That don't make a lot of sense to me, boys. But that's just me. That's just my thinking as a coach. I mean, it's okay to disagree. I like the conversation.
So, no, I understand where you're coming from. Now, if Emory Jones runs the offense, I still don't think that he mentally would be at the same place that the other 2 quarterbacks are going to be at simply because of the experience they have.
They don't have experience. I mean, you're talking about Franks, who has limited experience. Kyle Trask ain't started the game since 8th grade. No matter who you go with, at some point in the season, as Gator fans, we're going to say, man, he looks like a rookie. Man, he's making rookie mistakes. No matter how good the coach is, the player's going to come out. We're going to say they're all going to look inexperienced. So my thing is, why would you give Gator Nation false hope with Franks and Trask when you know they're going to look good in the first 3 games just because of competition? Why wouldn't you just start young, rely on your running backs, who is the best in the nation, rely on your defense, who is top 3 in the SEC? Why in the hell would you just not go young and give Gator Nation what they want and what they deserve, and which is a future right now in Emory Jones? You can always go back to experience.
Yeah. So you're saying that
I'm for Emory Jones, but I know Dan Mullen ain't going to start him. But this is, if I was the coach, I'm rolling young, baby, because they're all young.
That's what I'm saying.
So get Emory Jones in there.
You damn right. I mean, think about it. I mean, why would you give the fans false hope on Franks and Trask? We know they're not the real deal.
Right.
Can you baby them? Can you baby them at home? What are you going to do when you go to Rocky Top, 110,000?
Lance, I believe I can speak for Mr. Gator Sam himself.
Hook me up.
And say that we agree with you.
That's great.
At this point, if it's a 3-way tie,
I'd go younger.
Then go with the future.
Yeah. They're all young. That's the whole point. That's what I don't get. They're all young.
Go with the player that you know will run is best fit for your system.
He checks all the boxes.
Is perfect fit for the system.
What does that tell recruits? What does that tell recruits?
And that's the key.
If you are good enough to play and you put in the work, you will be my man. Well, you will get in.
Think about this. If Emory Jones can't start for Florida this year, why in the hell would any recruit in the nation think he can start next year when you got true talent coming in at quarterback position? I mean, you're really sending a bad I mean, you're really telling the nation and recruits, this kid ain't that good. If you can't beat out Trask and Frank, that ain't a good look for you, man.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. If it was going to be Franks, then the quarterback would have been announced before camp started. I believe that since they're all pretty much equal, you got to go with Emory. So I wholeheartedly agree with you.
He ain't going with Emory. There ain't no chance Dan Mullen picks Emory Jones to start this year. There ain't no
Will
chance.
it happen? I don't think so. Do I want it to happen?
But here's the deal, and that's
Sure
what I'm saying.
thing.
If we're talking about Emory Jones can run his offense, I mean, Emory Jones checks all the boxes for a Dan Mullen offense. He helps Dan Mullen more as a play caller, and more than that, he helps our running backs. It's one thing to run the ball straight up downhill, but when you got a quarterback who can pull it and take it out the backside for 80 yards, it makes a defense play vanilla. They're scared to blitz, and you damn sure got to worry about getting out of your rushing lanes. And if a defensive end takes one wrong step, Emory Jones is going to the house. That puts pressure on a defense. It makes them think, and they're not reacting as much because they're thinking and they're worried. They got to play safe. But if you put Trask and Franks in there, you want them to keep it. You're going head on after the running backs, and it really takes a lot of the read option out because you're not worried about the quarterback run.
Hey, you're absolutely right. I 100% agree with you.
And you gotta have that. You gotta have the thought of the quarterback run, because when you run a Dan Mullen spread, he makes you account for everything: out wide,
Absolutely.
the slot, the tight end, the running back, the quarterback. I mean, you really got to defend his spread. He don't just spread it out. I mean, he makes you defend everybody, and if you don't, he's going to find that weakness and he's going to exploit your ass.
Absolutely. The zone read.
Kirby Smart, he's going to be Gator bait. I guarantee Gator Nation right now. Dan
Hey,
Mullen
Lance?
I guarantee you Dan Mullen wins the national championship before Kirby Smart.
Hey, you're big on the running back group. I'm big also on the wide receiver group, and
Yes, sir.
I honestly believe that our tight ends have more depth and more ability than any tight end group we've had in a long time.
You would be correct, especially
And
the
these guys can stretch the field. They have talent. They can get deep, or they can drag across the middle, and they can make you defend that middle. That basically tight ends were non-existent last year. Do you remember a tight end play?
I remember the Morrill Stevens play against Tennessee. That's all I remember.
That was it. That's sad. You should have at least 5 to 7 to 8 tight end receptions every game. There should be plays.
Especially with a young quarterback. It's a quarterback's best friend. A tight end in a run game. It's a tight end in a run game because you're looking at the middle of the field. You ain't got to study the whole field. It's the easiest thing for a quarterback to see, and they never used it.
So Lance,
yeah.
You're coming in for the game. I'm all excited to meet you in person.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Y'all gonna be there?
Yes. Of course.
Oh,
we're
hit me
season
up,
ticket
man.
holders.
Yeah.
Hit me up,
We're
bro.
gonna be
Call
there.
my phone. You know my number, man.
Yes, sir. We'll be
tailgating.
We're gonna be there. But Lance, we were sitting in the stadium last year. Felipe Franks would go back in the pocket, and he could not see the field, bro. There would be guys running wide open, and he could not see them. So
That's eye level.
Some guys just don't have it, man.
He don't have the eye level. To me, have you ever played basketball?
Yes, sir.
You know when they put on a full court press and you don't see the floor no more because your eyes drop?
Exactly.
That's what he does on football. When he feels pressure, his eyes drop. He don't see nothing but dirt. He ain't keeping his head up.
You got to keep your head up, and that's what you said. That's what
You got the eye level. That's what I love about Emory Jones.
Emory doesn't just like you. I've heard you make the point. When he rolls out and he gets out in space and he's out in the pocket and he moves the pocket,
His
the
eyes
guy
drop.
is looking downfield to attack you.
Yes.
So if you're a DB and you're gonna leave your guy and come after him, he's gonna make the easiest play. You just have to know if he stays with his guy, then you got the space outside. Get down and get yardage.
Emory's got those fundamentals down.
He's got what you can't teach, man, and the other guys don't have it.
Yeah.
The thing that's holding Emory Jones back is his body type. He's not ready to take the hits. And when you run a read option, as soon as you hand it off, you're live to take hits and a lot of unnecessary hits. I just don't think his body's there. Now, just because he ain't a game one starter, don't mean he ain't a year one starter. Don't mean he won't take over later in the year. I don't expect that to happen, but it don't mean it won't.
Now,
I just don't see Emory Jones playing this year unless you want to use the 4-game red shirts and you got a real package for him, like Mississippi State, LSU, Georgia, Florida State. Use him in those games as a package when you know you're going to need something to mix it up against some of the tougher competition on defense you're going to face.
Yeah.
Give them something they ain't seen before, something that ain't on tape. That's what I would use Emory Jones for, just a little wrinkle when you go on the road against Mississippi State, and then you come home for LSU. I'd have a package in there for that. not necessarily a run package, but I think this kid can do some things that
Well,
really, man.
I agree with you. But I would say that if you're going to throw in a wrinkle, you would have Kadarius Toney running whatever that wrinkle play is.
That's why I don't expect Emory Jones to play at all. But I'm just saying, if I was, I would use him in those 4 games.
Yeah.
But I agree with you 100%.
This year in the program to get his body right, to get the body built up, because we know this Nick Savage can build up.
Well, that's why I say he could be ready. He might be ready. He might be ready in another month. He might be ready in October. If the quarterbacks are struggling, we're winning, but they ain't lighting it up. I can see a change going into the bye week. I sure could.
Yeah, so you don't need him in these first couple of games then.
Oh, really?
Hey, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Lance and Jasper. So, here's the thing. I want to give you my 3 reasons why the Gators are going to go undefeated this year.
Oh, great. Yeah, hit that up.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Are you ready?
Give it to
Because here's the thing. So, going into the summer after spring ball, I was thinking 10-2. At that point, I had great doubt on whether Van Jefferson and Trayvon Grimes would be able to play. Because I know that the NCAA, if they have a chance to smite the Gators, they'll smite the Gators. we saw firsthand with Will Greer that how they could how a college kid and a year ago I was a college kid. Will Greer literally went to a GNC and got a supplement, and he got suspended for a year because of that. There's guys that are doing illegal things, smoking pot, heroin, all these things, and they get suspended for 1 to 3 games. That NCAA rule makes no sense. But I think it may have been you, it may have been somebody else, but that had to have been an act of God. Because here's the thing: if Will Greer does not get suspended and he doesn't leave the program, then the Gators are still probably an excellent team right now. McElwain's still probably the coach right now. But all of this crap, all of this hoopla, all of this would have been delayed. If not last year, it would have happened 2 years from now or a year from now after Will Greer leaves. I'm so glad that we have Dan Mullen as our head football coach. So going into my 3 reasons why Dan Mullen and the Gators are going to go undefeated this year, 12-0. Okay, whatever happens in the SEC championship game versus Auburn or Alabama, I don't know. I'm not going to call that yet. I'll let you know later on in the season what I think about that potential. Right now we are guaranteed those 12 games. Okay,
fair enough.
15 opportunities, maybe 12 opportunities. Oh yeah, 12 opportunities. Why do I think the Gators are going to go 12-0? I'm going to tell you number 1, Dan Mullen. Dan Mullen is a baller. Okay, that guy is the biggest baller head football coach since Steve Spurrier himself. And if that's not enough, he wears a visor. if that doesn't tell you something about his personality and about the shoes that he's filling. Speaking of shoes,
don't forget about the shoes he's wearing.
there's no football coach that rocks Jordans better than Dan Mullen. Talking about shoes, being a young man in my early 20s, man, I know how captivating those shoes are, right?
And man.
You talk about the buzz in the program. You talk about the players running out of the tunnel in Jordan's gear. That's number 2. Number 2 is the Jordan's brand. Okay, let me tell you something. I played football in high school. And when we put on our brand new uniforms, okay, we wore crap. Okay, my senior year we got brand new uniforms. These uniforms, we felt like we were in the NFL. We got brand new helmets. we felt like we were in the NFL. Okay? When we put that on, we knew we looked good, and when we look good, we play good.
You damn
okay?
right. You damn right, man.
Those players, they're gonna be on that field, and
true fan support. True fan support backing them too. There ain't been
gonna be great.
The swap's gonna be alive again. I mean, if they'll show up to the spring game,
oh my goodness,
if they'll show up to media day, they're coming to the swamp, baby.
No, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be rocking. Those night games. You know what? One of the most annoying things that I heard Coach McElwain say is he'd rather have the game at 12 or 12:30. I'm like, no.
What a dumbass.
You have the swamp. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, where only Gators get out alive, at your disposal. And you're gonna pick a 12 noon game over a 7:30 or 8 o'clock game. I'm telling you something. When it's nighttime in the swamp, okay, bring it back from basketball, Coffin Corner, that's what that place is going to be. That corner of the end zone where Charleston Southern's going to come out to start, and all these other teams are going to come out to start. That's going to be Coffin Corner because they're going to be walking into the swamp, but it's going to be a delayed death. Okay, so number one, Dan Mullen. Number two, you look good, you're gonna play good.
I believe.
And number three, okay, my X factor. Okay, you ready for this?
Hit it, man. Give it to Gator Nation. Let Gator Nation know.
Van Jefferson. Jefferson is going to be a baller. But here's the number one reason why I know that Van Jefferson is going to be the first Gator wide receiver in a long time. I don't even have to look back because I know it's been a hot minute since the Gators have had a receiver catch for over 1,000 yards. We're gonna have a running back run for over 1,000 yards, and we're gonna have a wide receiver catch for over 1,000 yards. I'm not saying we're gonna get over 3,000 yards passing, but I'm saying that Van Jefferson is gonna be a baller, and this is why. Because you're going to have Tyree Cleveland on one side, and you're going to have Van Jefferson on the other side. One-on-one matchups in the spread offense is where the passing game thrives.
Right.
Last year,
we got it too.
We really only had one solid wide receiver.
That's true.
Right? One solid wide receiver.
I agree with you.
Tyree Cleveland, and he had health issues. He kept on getting hurt. Right?
You're exactly right, man.
Yeah, and hey, I know I said 3, but I gotta add one more number 4.
Go ahead, man.
The man, the legend, the savage, the wildest strength coach in the South.
Macho Man Savage.
Nick Savage himself. I'm telling you, okay. I went to UF. I heard about those workouts.
Yeah.
Heck, I know people that saw those workouts. See, I'm on early riser. I don't really get up that early, but I know people that saw those workouts. Man, when I went to the open practice and I saw the players, they looked the real deal. When I saw Jordan Scarlett, I'm like, man, I don't want to get in a fight with that guy. I do not want to get into a fight with Jordan Scarlett because he don't look like no running back. He looks like a WWE wrestler. That guy, he is going to be a baller. Why? Because of his strength program. I'm telling you, Mike Kent. Don't get me started on Mike Kent. But hey, I'm glad that Mike Kent is gone, and there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is no other than Savage. I don't think there's a better name for a strength coach than Savage. The DNA of our program is literally Savage. And that's all I got to say, man. I'd love to talk some more, but that's really all I got to say.
All right, man. Let me give you my top 4 reasons we're gonna go 12-0.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Win a national championship. Number one's a staff upgrade on offense. Number 2's a production experience. When you think about 19 starters coming back, 16 of those guys got NFL draft grades. You think about number 3, the wide receiver and running back depth is sick. We can beat you one-on-one outside with 4 different guys, and the running backs coming downhill against a nickel and a dime package. That ain't no contest for any nickelback or safety or cornerback in the SEC. They got one more week to get their ass in the weight room, and they better get started tonight because we're coming downhill on you this year. But think about our defense, man. When you think about 4 NFL draft picks in our front 7, and then you think about the pick 6 click, the best secondary in the nation, and you add Todd Grantham's 3-4 blitz and attack with 2 lockdown corners, I just don't think anybody's going to be able to match our scheme. Dan Mullen will out-scheme anybody on defense, and Todd Grantham will hold every opponent we got to under 24 points this year, and we will win 12-0 going to the national championship to play Michigan, and we will win the national championship this year. You heard it first on the Lance and Jasper show. Go Gators, man.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
There ain't no way around it. Alabama,
Absolutely.
if we play Alabama, I mean, Dan Mullen's been playing them tight for a long time. He'd love to play Alabama with our talent. He's licking his chops. That's why he came to Florida. He's sick of losing to Alabama. Sick.
Hey, Lance. He was doing the chop coming off the airplane.
He'll be doing the chop. He'll be doing the chop coming off the airplane when we go to the national championship too, baby.
That's it, bro. We're ready, man.
I appreciate y'all's time, man. It's been awesome talking to
When are you coming in, Lance?
I'll be
When
there
are you
Friday.
arriving?
I'll be there Friday morning. I'm going to World of Beers. They're gonna let me on the show live. Y'all come out and check me out.
I can't. We live in Orlando, but
Okay.
we'll be up there on Saturday. We'll be there on
See ya,
Saturday.
man.
We'll
Okay.
see you on Saturday.
Hey,
I'll be at the stadium all day Saturday hanging out. So everybody hit me up, man. I'll have something to do.
Hey, they have a pregame show. They have the stage set up right by the O'Connell Center, between the O'Connell Center.
Well,
the
you want to take me
basketball
over there and
arena.
show me where it is? Because they said if I come
Yeah.
over, I can get on that show
Okay,
too.
so Jeff Cardozo and I guess Tate Casey is going to be the new sideline reporter.
Yeah.
And what they do is they set up a stage between the football stadium and the basketball arena. So that's 3 hours before the kickoff. So that's where everybody goes.
That's where I want to be. Because they said I could
Yeah.
get on that show, man.
So what we'll do is we'll call you. And we'll meet up with you and we'll show you exactly where to go.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I appreciate
We'll
y'all, man.
keep in touch. Hey, Lance.
Yes, sir. Oh, I got to thank. Let me thank my boy who sent me the free tickets. Stink Meaner, man,
Absolutely.
on Twitter at Stink Meaner. Sent me free tickets. My buddy Freddie Pearson sent me gas cards, and my man Gator Made on Twitter at Gator Made. He sent me over $1,000 worth of Gator gear, man, to wear. So I really appreciate their support, man. And of
Hey,
course,
you're gonna be
Jeff
looking
and Zach
better
for
than the
inviting me
Gators.
down, man, and putting me on the show, man. That's big time. I really
It's gonna be hard
appreciate
to
that.
hard to look better than the Gators, but I believe it. Hey, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm honored to be talking with the man, the legend, right now. So-
Man, you ain't gotta say that.
So, whenever Dan Mullen does share who the quarterback is going to be, I'd love to talk to you again.
I'll
We'll
tell you
break it
what
down.
I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna put this out for Gator Nation right now. Every Thursday night, we're doing a preview for every game, and every Saturday after the game, we're gonna do live reaction with the fans. So you want to call in any Saturday night?
Let's
Or
go.
whenever the game's over, we're gonna have live reaction on the Lance and Jasper show from all
Man.
the fans. I'm gonna do that live for everybody. And again, every Thursday night before the game, we're gonna do preview. I'll take a couple callers to help me preview it because I don't like doing this by myself. So if you want to be a part of the show, man, you're welcome because I really appreciate your knowledge.
Absolutely.
What time?
What time?
Hey,
on
what time?
Thursdays. Well, I think Dan Mullen does his show from 6 to 7, so it'll probably be 7:30 or 8 after Dan Mullen goes off. I don't want to, because I like to
Yeah,
listen to that show, and then I'm gonna do my show after that.
Yeah, we'll make it work. It's going to
So
be exciting.
I think it'd be we probably go about 7:30. Let's say 7:30 on Thursday nights, preview show for the Gators.
Yes, sir.
And then Saturday night review. I ain't gonna do it the first game because I'm gonna be in a swamp. But after that, every Saturday I'll be at home, ready to take calls. We'll break it down, give Gator your action.
Sounds good.
Fantastic.
Give them the real, man. 'Cause the ESPN and SEC Network ain't got it covered like we got it covered. We're gonna break it down right.
You know it.
All right,
You know
man. Go
it.
Gators, man. I appreciate your time, man. It means a
Go
lot,
Gators.
and I appreciate the respect, man.
All right, go get
No problem. It's great to be a Gator.
You better believe it, man.
12-0.
We got more to live for. Huh?
Better believe it.
Hey, 12-0, 15-0. We national champions, baby.
15-0.
Drink it. You better start drinking a Mullinade. Kick that damn Kirby Kool-Aid over, baby.
Go.
Kick that Kirby Kool-Aid over. Get you some Mullinade on the way home, man. Go Gators. Drink it up.
Mullinator.
Drink it up.